Coming up on Mountain News this morning, cities across our region kick off the Christmas season with fun for all to enjoy. And a Kentucky teen uses his love of Christmas lights to bring positivity to his community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is now 6:32, and let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning.
Olivia, I don't know what is worse, the fog that's in here or the fog that's out there. If you look there behind me on that weather camera, it is pretty foggy up on top of Whitesburg Pine Mountain this morning on US 119. Let's take a look at that. It's thick, too. You can barely see the road sign there, and the only reason we can see that is because the light's reflecting off of it. So be extra careful in the higher elevations this morning. Watch out for the school buses. There's going to be a situation where you could be right up on one and not realize it. Of course, when they're stopped and those red lights are flashing, you stop too. 39 in Wise, 46 in Harlan, Jonesville, Middlesboro, and Jacksboro. A lot of low to mid 40s out there this morning. So your breakfast forecast, as you're pouring out your frosted weather wheats into your bowls, it's going to be a little bit cool. We're going to see temperatures right there in the low 40s and clouds through the morning hours. Maybe a stray shower near the Kentucky-Virginia border, but most of that rain has already moved out. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon. The city of Prestonsburg opened up its annual Christmas lights at Archer Park on Thanksgiving night. During the weekend, officials say hundreds of families have come to enjoy the nearly 2 million lights on display. Prestonsburg Mayor Les Stapleton says it's all about spreading cheer for the holidays and making sure folks have a good time.
To watch their eyes light up, and even the teenagers taking selfies with the characters and stuff. It's a great way to let people relax and just enjoy themselves for a minute.
Mayor Stapleton says he would like to thank the people who work at the park and have made this tradition possible for so many years. The city of Pikeville officially kicked off the Christmas season on Saturday. It celebrated the beginning of Winterfest and all that comes with it. City Manager Philip Elswick says the ice skating and other festivities at the park are tons of fun and will bring plenty of people wanting to celebrate the holidays.
Well, every year we have, dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of kids that come out to do the ice skating, to see Santa Claus, to do, the Christmas parade, everything that we do through the winter season. And, they have a blast, and that's what it's really about, is making sure they have fun and celebrating the season. And this is just a small part of that.
Elswick says there's also a Christmas lights display at Bob Amos Park and Christmas parade in downtown Pikeville on December 2nd at 7 p.m. People also gathered in Lexington during the weekend to kick off the start of the holiday season with the lighting of the city's Christmas tree and menorah. The Lighting Festival is an annual event that brings the community together ahead of the holidays. The event included live music and vendors. A community choir also performed Hanukkah songs. They say they hope to shine a light on recent acts of anti-Semitism and teach others in the community how they can take part in their celebrations. Officials at Downtown Lexington Partnership say the event brings so many people in Lexington together.
It is absolutely important to make everyone in our community feel welcome, feel like they belong, and so we just continue to bring different traditions to the Lighting Festival, and we look forward to continuing and adding more traditions in the future.
Santa himself came to light the tree in the park Sunday evening. A Jessamine County teen has turned his love for Christmas lights into a positive change for his community. Zachary Nelson has been showcasing his wild lights to put on a show for the community since he was 10 years old. Now 16, in his 5th edition, Nelson's show shines a light on the struggles of those who are less fortunate this winter by taking donations for the Jessamine County Homeless Coalition.
It makes me really happy seeing people with their families smiling and dancing to the music, writing their letters to Santa.
They know everything's donated, but when they see somebody throwing their time, something like Zach's done here, us, the community, letting them know that they still matter.
Nilson says the show will go on from 5:30 to 11 p.m. every night in the new year. After Thanksgiving, you might be wondering what to do with all your leftovers if you don't want them. Instead of just throwing them away, there are options that can help local shelters. The Catholic Action Center in Lexington is one of those places. Officials with the center say there are many items that can help those in need. Bananas, oranges, individual snacks, and mixed fruit drinks are some of the most needed items. They say leftover Thanksgiving foods can be used in more ways than one as well. One person's leftovers, they say, can become a feast for all of their families. But the biggest thing to be aware of is the cold weather that will be here soon.
All ages, all situations are out there on our streets. Some of them the first time, many more than ever before are the first time people without homes. So what we have to do as community is, number one, be aware.
Sleeping bags and blankets are also needed, but any donations help during the upcoming holiday season. Hank the Horse is known for his charity work in Kentucky, but now, as Samantha Valentino shows us, he is heading to the Big Apple to kick off Giving Tuesday with the Salvation Army.
It's bell ringing season, and Hank the Horse is heading to New York City in support of the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign.
This is a 5-year dream happening, unfolding. We've been working on this and dreaming about it since 2018.
Tammy and Hank are no strangers to the Salvation Army.
We're third-generation Salvationists. My dad rang the bell with the Salvation Army when he was a little boy. Throughout his lifetime, I rang the Salvation Army kettlebells when I was a little girl. And now, all grown up, we're going to ring the bells again on the biggest stage of all, right, Hank? You ready for the task at hand? Yes. Good job.
Hank is used to traveling, but this trip to New York will be his farthest trip yet.
So we're at about 4,000 miles that we've been on the trailer, traveling around the Commonwealth to Ohio, now back to Pennsylvania, on into New York to impact and touch lives. Good job, Hanky.
And they're taking this trip in a brand new trailer.
That's really big for a horse, is to walk up on there like that. No issues whatsoever. I don't know if you heard his little chuckle when I said, "You ready, Hank?" That's a great start for our trip.
In Bourbon County, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Hank the Horse will return to Kentucky on Wednesday. He will be ringing the bell with the Lexington Salvation Army on Saturday, December 10th from 10 a.m. until noon. A farm in Johnson County invited people out for a holiday market this past weekend. Lavender Springs Alpaca invited small businesses and families out for fun on the farm at its first holiday market. The farm's owner, Ashley Osaway, says it is important to showcase local businesses.
We really want to showcase the fact that you can get really everything you need here in Eastern Kentucky. All these businesses, they live here, work here, they produce these things, and they're your neighbor, you're part of your community, and they really are focused on being here. We want to support everybody that's here, and we really love being a part of this community.
The farm also had plenty of activities for folks to enjoy, and Osaway says the farm will be open to visitors every Thursday and Friday throughout the winter season.
Coming up on 641, a cool start to the day out there for this Monday. We've got 39 in Wise and 46 just down the road in Jonesville, Harlan, Middlesboro, and Jacksboro. A lot of low to mid 40s out there. 41 Williamsburg, 41 in Hazard, 42 in Pikeville, 43 Irvin, Moorhead, Jackson, and Logan this morning. The outdoor forecast, the rain basically wrapped up already. Had some stray chances on there, but they've moved down. Just the clouds now. If we see some sunshine, we may get above the 50-degree mark today. Model's trying to hint at that, but I think we're going to stay overcast for most of the day, which will keep us right around 50. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. Power begins to be restored in a city in Ukraine as people living there brace for a freezing winter.